Many of the well-worn paths followed by walkers on Cannock Chase today are an echo of an earlier age, military tracks from the training camps where the First World War troops trained for the trenches. And if you know where to look, there are plenty of other reminders of the thousands of troops who lived in the camps.
So just explain what this is that we're walking into now.
Okay, well, we've come down off the ridge and we're heading into basically the track bed of a standard gauge railway.
This railway line brought coal for the power stations that the camps ran off. It was a huge operation central to the war effort.
Everyone always thinks that, the Great War is something that happened on the continent. Traditionally that's where we fought our wars relatively recently. But it's not the case. If you look at Cannock Chase, 500,000 men trained for the trenches up here between 1915 and 1918. Cannock Chase had a huge impact.
The land belonged to the Earl of Lichfield, and with the war won, it was reclaimed for his hunting estate. Camps were torn down and the railway was dismantled. But it wasn't only Allied troops on the Chase, there was also a prisoner of war camp. And then, after the Second World War, the Chase was chosen as the final resting place for those Germans who died on British soil.
Here there's an overwhelming sense of the role Cannock Chase still plays in the remembrance of the First and Second World Wars. Nearly 5,000 Germans and Austrians who died during the conflicts are buried here, the biggest German war cemetery in the country.
Initially they were kept in different cemeteries, and some still are. It was an agreement between the UK and federal government of Germany that they bring everybody together in a single place because you can better memorialise. It also gives the relatives a single point of reference and a point of commemoration.
The end of World War II saw a new climate of fear spread across the world with the threat of nuclear warfare. Pye Green Tower was built in the mid-60s to help keep up with the growing demand for communications, but it also had a defence role in the Cold War climate.
The idea was to position the series of radio towers on high vantage points, so they had the clearance, the line of sight from tower to tower, but also they were sufficiently far away from an urban area that if a town or city were to be the target of some kind of attack, that the network of radio towers and the microwave services that they provided would be resilient and be safe from an attack.
The tower no longer plays a defence role but dominates the skyline, looking over a landscape that still remembers.